Good morning.
Good morning. I think it's only me.
Yeah.
It is. What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do?
You're gonna mute.
Okay. Let's go. We'll start with a nice little 5-minute warm-up. Take your feet hip width apart. Take a nice big deep breath. Sean's got to find a place out of the fan. There we go. And then swan diving down, but just go halfway down and bring your arms by your side. And then come back up again. So we should be feeling a nice little tug behind the legs when you fold down. You want to be pushing your weight back into your heels. And one more. Now we're going to hold this one down and take your arms out to the side and try to lift them up. And then release them and let the palms come together and sweep them out to the side again. And do that one more time. Now come all the way down, let your head go so you're just looking through your knees. We're going to inhale to a flat back and then fold back down. And do that 2 more times. Inhale, look up. If you can, your legs are straight. 1 more time. Now fold back down, walk your hands all the way to the front of your mat. So you're in your high plank. And as soon as you get there, walk your hands back. And do this with your legs straight if you can. Push your hips as far back as they can go and then do it again. Walk back out. Shoulders are over your wrists and then you walk back in. Push those hips back, keeping the legs straight. And one last time. Now this time in your high plank, we're going to just sink into the shoulders a little bit, engage through the belly, and just hold it for a few breaths. Now we're going to step the knees in so they're right under your hips. You're in bear. And from here, we're going to go to a small down dog. So let's push the heels into the floor, straightening out the legs. And then come back with your shoulders over wrists and then lower the knees. And let's do that again. Back to your dog. And right back into bear. And one last time. Now while we're in this small downward facing dog, I'm going to have you come up onto the toes. As high as you can go. And press those heels back down. Do that again. Lift up. And lower. And one last time. Back into your bear. Step your feet back to your high plank. And now we're going to go to a regular dog. I'm going to have you lift your left leg up. Sweep it up and back behind you. And then switch to the other one. And just keep alternating a few more times. Now, pedal the feet. So you're pushing one heel down and you're high on the toes on the other one. And then alternate. It's a great way to stretch out the calf. Couple more. Nice. Get high on the toes. Float back to your plank. Put your knees down, open them nice and wide. Keep your toes wherever they were. You're going to push the hips back. So your head is off the floor. You're just sort of relaxing the armpits as far down as they want to go. And then come back up. Back into your plank. Back into your down dog. Let's take baby steps with the hands. Walk them all the way back. And we're going to meet in a full fold. You're going to cross the arms at the elbow, unweight your upper body completely with a straight leg. Take some big deep breaths so you feel the ribs expand and contract. Nice. Now take your hands above your knees. You're gonna inhale to a flat back. Come all the way back up to standing. Great job. Okay, starting out with lighter weights. Just to continue this warm up. Oh, Sean doesn't have any leg weights. You can share mine. There we go. Okay, take your feet into a sumo squat position. Just hold your weights wherever you want. You can shoulder them if you like, or you can hold them down with a straight long arm. You're just gonna come into a little squat and come back up. When you're up here, lift your heels off the floor, lower them, come back down into that squat. Just warming up the inner thigh muscles and the calves. Let's do a few more. Work your full range of motion, like however low you can go. While you start your descent, you want to be pulling the hips backwards and weighting into your heels. Get nice and high on the toes to really engage the calf muscles. Okay, when you're up top, I just want you to fold down like you're doing a funny deadlift. Come back up, squat back down. Fold down with your legs straight, and then squat down, back up on the heels before you fold forward again. Let's do this a few more times. Then we'll begin our weight workout. Last one of each. Last fold. Okay, while we have these light weights, we're going to bring our feet hip width apart. I'm just going to have you do some lateral arm raises. Now, if the weights you're holding currently are way too easy, go ahead and switch. We're just kind of warming up the arms. You can have a slight forward lean if you like. Switching up the angle is always a good idea. We talk about that a lot. Keep going, you have about 8 more. So you're exhaling out as you lift the arms. Keep the weight in the heels. And your arms nice and long. Just a few more. So you exhale out as you lift. Inhale when you come down. One more. Nice. Okay. Moving on. We're going to do deadlifts. So I'm going to use those weights. So pick the heaviest weights that you have. Oh, you got them all sweaty, honey. Nice. Sharing is caring. Okay, feet hip width. Heavy weights in your hands, fold down. Your spine stays long, you come right back up. This time you fold down, you come halfway up and give me a row. And then all the way back up again, all the way back down. So you're just alternating one row and one full deadlift. We're going to try to work today upper body, lower body, and core all together. So make sure when you're doing that row, you're trying to get the elbows nice and high. Now we're going to transition to 2 rows to 1 deadlift. So when you fold down, let's do it twice. And then right back up. 1 deadlift. Now we're going to transition to 3 rows to 1 deadlift. Keep that going. take off my ring. So when you get those 3 done, now you're going to transition to 4 rows to 1 deadlift. And we're going to finish this off when we get 5 rows done. Nice job. Okay, put those weights down. Woo! Get a quick sip of water if you need it. We're going to come into a split lunge. I'm going to put these over here just in case you want to use them. I'm going to use them again. So we're going to get into a split lunge with our left foot forward and our right one back. So let's not take the feet as far apart as is possible. I want you to get into a position where you feel pretty stable. Now come up with the heel in the back, fold down. You're just coming down halfway, maybe 3/4 of the way, and you're just coming right back up. We're just hip hinging on this leg, folding weights. So your spine stays long and you fold over the front leg. However you feel like you're able to. We're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to add some bicep curls. 1 more here. Now this time when you come up, give me a bicep curl and come back down. Bicep curl and down and curl and down. We have 4 more, and then we're going to switch legs. So you're not rounding your back. You're keeping that back heel nice and high. Give me 1 more. Nice. Now take that back foot in. If you need to put the weights down to shake out your grip, go ahead. Otherwise, we're going to find our left foot back. High on that heel. You're going to fold down and back up and curl. Or add in your curl whenever you want to. As long as you feel nice and stable, you got your feet planted in the right spot. Sometimes you have to take that back leg and walk it out a bit, so you have more space between the feet. So when you're pushing your body back up, you really want to drive it through the heel. So try not to use your toes. Let's do 4 more. Then we're going to start to work our arms and shoulders. 1 more for this kid. Okay, we have lateral lunges coming up. So I'm going to do 1 weight, my heaviest one. And I'm just going to hold it at my chest. And then we're going to lateral lunge. So whenever you're ready, come to the front side of your mat. I can face you. You can be at the back end of your mat. So hold the weight like this. You're going to step out, lunge, step in, and then take it to an overhead press. Back to your chest, step back out into that lunge, come back and press. Keep the transition when you're stepping out and you're landing nice and smooth. Butt pushes back, pressing up, keeping your neck nice and long so you don't feel any tension there. Try to get that booty low. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more on this leg. One more. Okay. Now, instead of going right to the other side, we're gonna do as many push-ups as you can do. So whether that's on your knees or off, doesn't matter. Could be 10, 15, 20. Whenever you get done with the push-ups, you're gonna come down onto your forearms into a low plank. And then when everybody is finished, we're gonna move back to the right leg. So here we go. Count them. Okay, I'm gonna meet everybody in a low plank. You're on your forearms. Whenever you're ready, just hold it. Straighten out those legs. Get that belly in. Just hold. Count to 10, and we're gonna work that right leg. Okay, up we go. Woo, that was so fun. So fun. So, back to picking up the heaviest weight that you have. You're gonna hold it at the chest. So you're gonna step out your right leg. Step it out, lunge it down, come back up with that press. Make sure you're not pulling your head forward. You're getting nice and low in that lunge. Arms go straight up to the ceiling. You have 3 more on this leg. And done. Okay, put it down. We're gonna come back. We're gonna do 5 push-ups. We're gonna do 5 plank up downs. So I'll show you what I mean by that. You can be on your knees if you like, or off. Plank up down with your knees down. One arm, forearm comes down, then the other. And I always like to switch the lead hand. So we have 5 push-ups and 5 plank up downs. Go at your pace, and when you're done, stay down on your forearms. So let's get the 5 push-ups in. Now let's do your 5 up downs, switching your lead hand each time. Keeping those hips nice and stable. That belly in. Now when we get in our plank, come off your knees if you had them down. Hold your low plank, count to 10 slowly. Get that belly in and your legs straight. Okay, come on back up. We're gonna transition and do some squats. Woo, and a lateral arm raise. So when we first did the lateral arm raises, we were doing them more as a warm-up. So if you want to go a little heavier, you can. What do you want, 10? Mr. Sean? Okay. So squat, you know, basic squat, feet hip width, come on down, arms come up as you raise up. So you're doing them together. We're gonna do 15 in total. Get that booty nice and low every time. Last 3. Nice job. Okay. Put them down. Time for some spinal rotations. So we're going to take a split lunge again. You're going to hold weights at the chest. I'm going to hold one heavy one. You pick, you could do 2 light or 1 heavy. We're going to start with our left foot forward and your right leg back. Get up on the toes on the back foot. Hold the weight at your chest or however you can. Lean forward. So your front leg is straight, your back leg is straight. You're leaning forward and then you rotate. Right? Come back up. Lean forward. Rotate. Sean's doing a different version. That's okay. And now I'm going to have you bend your front leg. So put a bend in that knee. Step your back foot further back. So you got more distance. So we're going to feel the quadricep do a little work here. Lean forward. Your front knee is over the ankle or in front of it. Rotate. Come back up. Shoulders up, take it to a press. Come back down. Lean over that leg. Turn. Come back up. Press up. Lean. Rotate. Now adding on here, we're going to rotate both ways. Lean forward. Rotate the same way we were, and then go the other way, and then come back up to a press. Do that again. It's a little harder going the other way. Requires a lot of balance and stability. Okay, now we're going to switch feet. Step that back foot in, take the other one back. We're starting out with the front leg straight and not that much distance between the feet. Fold down, turn. Come back up. Fold down, rotate, come back up. The important thing to start here is that we're trying to keep that front leg from bending. Just do 2 more like this. A lot of work for that hip. Last one. Now take your front leg, bend it. Take your back foot a little further back. Now we lean. Feel that quad work. Rotate. It's a very different move. Come back up, give me a press. Lean. Twist to the right. And come back up to a press. Make sure you're keeping that front leg bent. We're going to do a few more. Then we're gonna add the rotation the other way as well. So this time, twist it right, and then left. Limit your range if you need to feel stable, that's perfectly fine. Such a good exercise. I hope you're feeling it in that right butt cheek. Whoops. Okay. One more on each side. And we are done. Holy moly. Holy moly. Okay, let's sit down and work our hip flexors a little bit. We're going to give our hands a bit of a break. So, have a seat. You're going to extend, not on the couch. Extend your legs all the way out. And get them pretty wide, like off your mat. Off your mat wide. So we're going to lean back a little bit with your hands back there. Your arms are straight. Now, as soon as you lean back, I want you to pull the belly in and be really strong to not let that low back round. Pick up the right foot, cross it over, put it down, pick it up, bring it back and lower it. So you're feeling it right in the top of that leg and the hip flexor. Try not to collapse through your lower back. So you're working your six-pack muscle here. This is a really good core exercise as well. Now I want to see some more height, especially in Sean's lift. There we go. He was holding out on us.
I don't like to show off.
You don't like to show off? I like when you show off. So you want to get high and then over. We're doing 2 more on this leg. Keep that belly tight. Last one. Oh my goodness. Okay. Slap that quad so you shake it out a bit. Did you feel it? No.
Of course I felt it.
Okay, good. Okay, other leg. Up and over. Like you're trying to make a huge circle with the foot. Really tight through the stomach. Yes. Who knew something without weight, so simple, could be so challenging? 2 more. Make them great. Circle it big and tall. Last one. Okay. Smack that quad. Now we're going to come back onto our forearms. We're all going to meet in a low plank. We have 5 push-ups, but we're starting out down this time. We're doing the reverse of what we did. So get into your low plank. You can have your knees down. You're going to take your left hand up, come up, left arm back down. So you're doing up downs, switching your lead hand every time. And we're just doing 5. Try to keep your hips from shifting side to side. Once you've done that last one, give me 5 really good push-ups. Then we're going to meet in a low plank. So you're back in the low plank. Your knees are off the floor this time. Your legs are straight. Count to 10 slowly. Okay, come on back up. We're going to do squat to an overhead press, alternating one arm at a time, but you're going to hold 2 weights. So. This is where you wanna go, as heavy as you can overhead. So grab your weights. Here we go, we're not waiting for Sean. Squat. Take it to an overhead press with one arm. And then the other, overhead. So you can do a hammer curl to get that weight up to the shoulder. Or a regular bicep curl. Whatever you want to do is you want to keep that neck nice and long. You should feel those glutes working when you take that weight overhead. So I want you to engage them and keep your weight in the back of the body. Back of the feet. Back of the butt. Okay, let's just do 5 squats pretty quick. Without the press. Now come back to the press and the squat. One more on the other side. Then we're gonna do 5 squats. Then we're gonna do 5 with the press, and then we're moving on. Okay. Time to put them down. Woo! Come all the way down on your butt. Gonna do a little core here. So we're gonna start bridging. No weights. So take it down on the floor. Walk your heels close to your butt. As close as you can get them. Pelvic tilt up. And then peel up. You're now in your bridge. I want you to squeeze your knees together. And open them as wide as you can. Squeeze. And open. And squeeze. Hold the squeeze, lower back down. Bridge back up while you squeeze, then open. Just adding on. Squeeze with a lot of force. Open as wide as you can. Squeeze and lower. One more. Now open your knees hip width apart. Pick your right foot up off the floor. Pay attention to what's happening to your arms. Are you weighting into one side? Can you keep nice and stable without using the arms? As you alternate lifting your feet. Now we're going to lift the right knee all the way into the chest. Pull it in as close as you can and feel your side body muscle work. Put that foot back down. Do the same with the other one. Pull the knee towards your chest and then switch. It's like a walking bridge. Stepping. With those hips staying up there. One more on each side. Now hold your bridge. Take your right leg extended straight. So your quads are right beside each other, the leg is long. Lift your toes up on that left foot. Get those hips up. Switch feet. Left leg extends out long. Toes up on the right foot, get the hips up. And do it again. Keep switching sides. Keep your toes off the floor. One more on each side. Now, put your hips down. We're gonna rock the pelvis. So rock it forward and back. Work the full range that you can. It's kind of like a nice way to stretch out. Okay, extend the left leg all the way down along the floor. Pull the right knee in. Doing a quick little stretch here. We're not done. This is just a little reprieve. Now take that knee, move it out to the side. So you're making a little circle with that one leg. Bring it into the chest, open it out to the side, circle it back in. Do that a few more times. Hip rotations are always good for us. You're getting the benefit of that nice little stretch for the inner thigh that we used. Okay, switch legs. Pull your left knee in. Nice little stretch. And then start the hip rotations with that left leg. Okay, let's bring the legs all the way up to the ceiling. So your heels are just over your hips. We're gonna lift the head up and come into a little crunch. So I'd like you to tuck your chin down towards your chest. Drop the elbows back and try not to really press your hands hard into your head. You're just using your six-pack muscle to try to lift the shoulder blades up. While you have that going on, lower the right leg slowly, lift it back up, and then lower the left. Keep your shoulder blades up and keep breathing. Keep the stomach down, especially when the leg goes down. Now, if you want to add on, they both go down together and then they come back up. If you feel your belly pop up, you're taking your legs too far down. We're going to do two more. And then relax the head to the floor. Pull your knees into the chest. I'm going to have you roll your head from side to side. So you relax the muscles in the neck. Nice. Now let's put the feet down on the floor with your legs bent. Like you were going to get into a bridge, but don't bring your feet so close to your butt this time. And then just let the knees fall to the left. And take your right arm and extend it all the way back behind you. Yes, we are stretching. It's Saturday, we can have a little fun with a nice little stretch before we start our weekend. So spread the hands nice and wide on the right arm. Reach that arm really long. Hopefully you're feeling a nice stretch right above the waistband of your pants on that right side. Now we're going to lift that arm back up, take it all the way down until it hits the floor with your pinky, and then bring it back behind you again. So your palm is open to the midline of your body. Now hold it up and take it out to the side and bring it back up and back to the side. So when you lower it down, your palm's facing the ceiling. A lot of good. It's almost like a little massage for your shoulder blade area in the back, especially if you're lying on a really hard surface. Now take it back up and cross it over the body and bring it back up all the way over to the other side. Work whatever range of motion you got going side to side with it. Just a few more times and then we'll switch our knees. Nice. Okay, that arm's going to come down onto the floor. Bring your knees up and let them just go to the other side. Start with that left arm straight up to the ceiling. Take it all the way back behind you. Spread your fingers nice and wide. Just hold here for a sec. And then lift it back up. And take it back. So just to start, we're just going up towards the ceiling and then back down. Do that a few more times. Now take the arm all the way down so that little pinky touches the floor and then bring it all the way back. And just sort of oscillate between the two. And now let's bring it out to the side. And back, up. And this time, take it all the way across, as far as you can, and then back that way. Back and forth. One more. Nice. Okay, bring your knees in. We're gonna all meet in a happy baby. However you want to get there. Heels up to the ceiling, knees towards the floor. And just kind of savor this moment. Close your eyes, relax. De-stress. Just kind of be in the moment when you do these stretches. Don't worry about what you gotta go get done. Your body really deserves to breathe and chill. Even if it's just for a few minutes. So breathing intentionally is sometimes challenging, right? Feels like it's a big effort, but it's well worth it. So take as many deep breaths here as you can. Okay, so we're gonna release the hold we have. You're gonna bend your legs till you get your heels touching and your toes out. So your legs are bent and you just connected your heels. Now you're gonna take those heels, move them down till they touch the floor with your stomach pulling in, and then bring them back up. And take them down. Keep pressing the belly down. Bring the knees in and do that one more time. And then we're gonna rock and roll up. And we're gonna do some 90s. So I'm gonna start with my right leg bent at a 90-degree angle. And my left leg at a 90-degree angle. I'm gonna take my hands out in front. I'm gonna fold over that leg. How awesome is that? And then press yourself back up. So your arms are sort of like in a push-up position. Fold down and up. We're doing this 5 times, and then we're gonna hold it down there and breathe. So once you've done 5, you're just sort of chilling down here. Take your arms anywhere they feel good. As long as you breathe. Okay, walk it up with your hands. Now you're just gonna flip your knees around. So you're facing the opposite end of your mat. Take your hands out in front. Do those 5 lift and lowers. Oh my goodness, is this leg ever tight? So you're lowering the chest right over that leg. When you've done 5, you're down there holding 5 breaths. Should really feel that rib cage expand. Nice. Now bring it back up. You're just going to sway the knees back forward and then to the back and just sort of oscillate between the two. I know we're out of time. I just want to do a few of these to loosen up. Okay. There we go. We are done. We are done. Okay. Woo.